All Bowls, Episode 1. She's a crown green bowler. She bowls all day and night. She's never won a game. She just can't seem to get it right. Now Biff is the captain of All Bowls team. He's big and strong and ugly, a real mean machine. He's never lost a game. He said to one guy in our clubhouse, "They'll never hear you scream." In fact, he frightens the hell out of the guys in the other teams. Slasher is our vice captain. He has a tattoo of the devil on his chest and a scar from his chin to underneath his eye. He said, if ever I should lose a game, someone is going to die. Tonka is their secret weapon. They say he was born in Saigon. He always wins his matches, 0-21. Once he said to a county player, "Do you want to see my gun?" Also in the team we have Razor, Bomber and Basher. Some are short and fat, thin and tall. There are 9 of us in all. She's the only one to have never won. It's a crying shame. She never gets a clean sheet. She always gets the blame. All the team are serving time in the big house at Her Majesty's pleasure, and she calls them all her little treasures. They have thrown away all their knives, clubs and guns, the bombs that give out loud bangs or noise. Now they have their woods. They play with different toys. She will never blame them. Now they are at the top of Division 1. You see, she is their lady warden, and they're her little boys. The guys in the other teams are all upset. They say it's just not fair. But as long as they win the league, she doesn't give a hoot or care. If they want to complain, that's okay. She'll just say go and see Biff and Slasher. You'll find them over there. Now I know what you're thinking. They are murderers, criminals and villains, one and all. But they will spend the rest of their lives behind these prison walls. Some will never see the light of day. But since she introduced them to Crown Green Bowls, they're like pussycats. All they want to do is play. Now on a lighter note, she won her first match the other day. Now although they play all their matches at home, she trusts her little boys and hope to play away one day, but she wouldn't want one of them to run away. Now the boys have been practicing hard all through the weather. Although it's been cold and bleak, they must be at their best. They are playing the Red Squirrel bowling team next week. Now those men from the Squirrel are a decent set of lads. Good, honest players, one and all. They're no fools. They all play with a straight bat, and they never break the rules. They never call anyone a cheat or liar. Brian said, but this game is different. We must fight fire with fire. There have been sleepless nights, for there was a certain amount of fear, and some of the lads had even shed a tear. Then Bill had a brilliant idea. We'll take a couple of crates of good old Shropshire beer for these prison guys to savour. Mix in some sleeping pills to add a little extra flavour. And so it was decided. On the Wednesday afternoon, the warden met them at the prison gates with a smile and open arms, with all her feminine charms. Dave, the captain, said, "We bought some beer. We thought we might have a drink before the game." "Splendid," said the warden, for in her mind the game was already won. You see, she had no fear. "Open a bottle or two," she said, "and come and sit over here." "That's all right," said Dave. "You carry on while we sort out our gear." Now the prison guys opened the bottles one by one, until all the beer was gone, every bottle and can. Then one of the squirrel lads faked a heart attack. It was all part of the master plan. Stretched out on the bowling green, he felt such a birk. Well, they had to think of something to give the pills time to work. The squirrel lads won the game 6-0, and all down to a simple sleeping pill. Before going on their way, Dave went over to say a polite goodbye. But the niceties we'd have to keep. There was no need. The warden and her team were all fast asleep. When outside the prison walls, Dave said, "Lads, there's no more to fear. They're all locked up in there, and we're all safe out here." That's when Jerry looked at the fixture list. He turned a shade of white, and his day turned from day to night. His knees went all wobbly and weak, and he fell over and collapsed in the street. "What's the problem?" asked the lads. Well, he replied, "We've been drawn against all bowls in the cup again next week."